Nice. Hold my hand. Sexy bitch. You're not a bitch. Not a bitch.
Thank you.
You nice girl.
Thanks, honey. Guys, we're doing another Q&A.
Q&A. Who am I?
Not me. We were up until 2 o'clock last night in the morning because Rhea seems to think I have a certain walk.
Okay,
when
but
I'm in tennis shoes and a different one when I'm in heels.
You do. And it's only started because you were pointing out your knees to me and how they go like this.
Yes.
And then I'm like, that's why you walk funny? And then you're like, well, how do I walk? And so I got up and I was doing walks of like when you're in sneakers and then when you're in heels. There's a different walk. You do 2 different walks.
I admit I walk a certain way in heels because it makes me have to stand upright, and then I have like my model strut in heels.
You definitely have a strut in heels. It's so different. And then in sneakers, I can't explain it. I wish I could do it. Your toes kind of go inward. You don't do that with heels.
So I'm pigeon-toed.
But not really. It's not that obvious, but it's obvious to me because I love you and I'm really paying attention.
We have so many questions. It's so much fun.
We're here.
We're here. We're queer. This question is from Fel Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Did you just flirt with her? I saw.
Hey, Nicole.
Oh my god.
So make you jealous.
Toxic. There was a girl in my comment section today, and she just put like this face, like an eye roll, like 3 eye rolls, and her name was Jasmine, and I was like, Jasmine, is that
You're
you?
rude.
She's out here in my
She's
comments.
mad at you.
She's jealous.
Again, you're taking up my time. Jasmine's our fake third, by the way. It's an inside joke.
They're in our joke and they have no idea.
No. What'd she give you an eye roll for?
I don't know.
At least explain yourself.
And I know, I just like, Jasmine, that's you?
That's eye rolls. When you do that, you're literally just saying, hey, I'm a mean girl. Who eye rolls anymore?
Just like move along.
If someone ever eye rolled me publicly, I'd poke their eyeball.
You'd poke their eyeball?
Like this.
Just like that?
Like you don't need those eyes.
How do you manage a real, honest relationship after both parties have gone through so much trauma? A lot of relationships end up being false. Like we talk about this all the time.
But I also think a lot of people don't realize they try to mirror the person who they're interested in just to be liked. And they don't realize that who they are as a person and what they come with already is enough. And if they love you or like you, they'll like you back.
Your relationship can't be pure if you're not working on the hard stuff together.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, many people have shit to work on.
Most people.
Yeah.
So work on it. And if it doesn't work out because you guys don't know how, you can't figure out communication, like then it's not meant to be. You're not meant to be together.
That's true. You came into the relationship already. It helped you coming into the relationship already, like honest and being emotionally mature and understanding how to communicate with somebody. Because if I didn't have that, it would have been toxic.
Right.
Both parties would have been toxic. For us, it helped that you had a healthy mindset when you came into the relationship. I think that's what I needed. I needed something different because I always chose chaos. You showed up healthy. It was not normal the way you showed up in my life. The way you tried to communicate, the way you were so patient and understanding, and I never had that. This is different, it's uncomfortable, but this is who I need in my life. And it was beyond attraction. Like, yes, I found you extremely attractive, but you offered a lot.
Oh, so you're saying I'm not just a piece of meat?
No.
Oh.
Absolutely not.
Weird.
No.
There's a naked video of me in the shower here, so I just put on OnlyFans if you want to go check it out.
This is why our phones are off limits.
To anybody.
To anybody.
Raw18206 asked, do you think we should change ourselves when we fall in love?
Change ourselves how? What does that mean?
I don't know. We're so conditioned to believe that everyone should just love us the way we are. Like, if you can't love me the way I am, then you don't deserve me. But I think that's toxic. I think that's like a toxic mindset.
When someone pushes you to be better, to be a better version of yourself, it's done out of love.
Yeah.
And I don't think people have experienced, because if you do, you're very lucky to have somebody who pushes you to know that you are able to reach your higher self,
right,
and be the best version of yourself and show up as that every day.
I agree.
I feel like when you have that person, you're very lucky. I've never had that until I met you. It's not a bad thing to change. And change in, like, as far as being healthy communicating. Growth-wise.
Yeah, so you get into a relationship and this person loves to go out and party. They love to party, they love to drink, they love to gamble, those sorts of things. And then there's a person who comes in and sets boundaries like, the gambling and the drinking and the partying on your own is a boundary of mine, and it makes me uncomfortable. Now, if you're unwilling to let go of those aspects of your life for that person, then you shouldn't be in a relationship with them.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah. So like that person's not setting rules in a relationship, they're setting boundaries. This is a boundary of
relationship with somebody.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So that's what I'm thinking they might be meaning is like, do you change yourself? I think if you respect and love your partner and there's things that make them uncomfortable, I really do believe that you do have to change a few aspects of yourself in that way.
I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has to go both ways of for that to work. It can't just be one-sided and someone feeling like they could, you know, I mean, we've both grown in the relationship in so many ways.
There has to be like a healthy balance. Like I encourage Rhea to do things she loves for her soul.
Yeah.
Like
that's healthy.
Yeah, healthy things.
For me.
Yeah, like go work out, like go hang out with your friends, like those healthy things. If Rhea wanted to do them, she would. But I don't think you should stop being who you are for somebody if it's a healthy aspect of who you are.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Shoal Anaz says, what is your job, Rhea? It's a professional fuckboy.
No, I'm not. My job is basically social media. We just work with brands that we love. We're very open about that too. We don't work with every brand. We've had opportunities to work with all kinds of brands, but we've declined. Align with us. It doesn't matter the amount of money that is offered. If we like a product, if we like something and we actually genuinely use it, we're going to promote it.
You're a household name too at this point. Like you don't even want to admit it, but you are. Like you've created such an impact in our community, in people's lives in general. So you're just an online personality, whether you like it or not, you are. You don't give yourself enough credit for how impactful you are in people's lives. And I don't think people take online personalities seriously because a lot of people put a bad name to being an influencer, and it kind of sucks because we don't want to have a negative influence on people. We take the influence that we have very seriously.
Yeah, because we have a platform. We post our love a lot. I tell people we're such an open book. We talk about the good, the bad, and ugly because we don't want people to just think of us as like they're just fake. Always happy, like things are perfect, and that's not true. Like we've had to go through a lot of turmoil in our relationship, and we're very much an open book, and we really care about building trust in our community and showing people that, you know, they can have also what we have.
Right, and the growth like is possible, and the empowerment behind it is so important to us. Like especially when it comes to taking your power back from living in a toxic lifestyle or having to overcome like society's standards. Like that's really important to us.
Yeah. Growing up, I never had social media to look up to somebody who can show me like, wow, they're like me, and I felt safe in it. And now it's like to be able to do that makes me feel, I'm just grateful that I get to do that with you.
Yeah, me too. Mia is amazing too said, I just adore you, that's all. You gem of a human.
We love you, Mia.
Someone asked if we can do a video with our kids one day, and that makes me uncomfortable.
No, because our YouTube is very adult, especially if we talk openly about sex. Like they are not coming on our page. Yeah, no. Absolutely not.
I don't even let my kids in our lives. Like I'm very, very particular about where I allow my kids. They are in certain videos occasionally.
Very little.
Very little.
I'll post a little bit. That's why I don't post a lot when we're with them. Like I'll post little. I try to protect our family as much as I can, especially our kids.
I'll take from the internet. I don't want my kids to.
But we'll post once in a while. Like if our kid is like, oh, can we do this trend? And you know, we'll do it. But
sometimes we just do it and don't tell them. We don't post it and we just save it.
Yeah, that's true. And they think we post it.
Yeah, just like I don't want to. I just want to have it for memories. Secrets_for life said, who is someone you regret?
We can't. Lesson wise, no one. In a 5D mindset right now, because I'm gonna keep it 5D, every person in my life, even the bad ones, has helped me in my growth.
I'm so proud of you.
It really is true.
It's true.
I'm currently still dealing with shit that people don't know. I'm still currently dealing with shit behind the scenes, but you know, it's really letting me step into my power and be like, I'm not taking this shit from nobody. I will no longer take that. So it makes me really stand up for myself, which I was never able to do at all. I would stick up for everybody else.
I know, right?
It was easy for me to stick
Yeah.
up for everybody else who needed me and like, you know, fight for them. But when it came to me and what for myself, boundaries, all that stuff, I just would allow myself to get walked all over.
At first, when we were going through some hard stuff online, I was regretful of giving so much of my love and affection to people when they were going through things publicly, and to not have that reciprocated. Go through something, it's when you really figure out who your real friends are.
I think all of that has taught us like every red flag. You can't slip through the cracks with us anymore. So that's why I'm like, I don't regret it, because I've caught every red flag, everything that, you know, now it's like, oh, I don't have to talk to you that long.
Right.
To realize like, yeah, well, you're cool, like talk to distance. You're not somebody I would
allow in my circle. Yeah.
And you know that right away. So at the end of the day, gratitude. In 3D sense, if you want me to say 3D sense, yeah, there's many people.
Kaylani Josephine says, when are we going to take a trip? So Kaylani is such a super sweet girl that I met. It's so funny because I met a lot of people through my DMs during that really hard time that we just experienced who've become like, I could be great friends with them. Like,
that people don't understand that. Like,
yeah.
Because somebody was like, can we be best friends? I'm like, we could be online best friends.
For sure.
Like, we can communicate online if we
vibe, if we have stuff in common, absolutely. Like,
and people don't realize that. And you don't have to necessarily hang out to have a good relationship.
Yeah.
And people don't realize whoever are in our DMs and we have a communication and you've always been supportive and there.
You're our friend.
You're our friend.
It's these types of people who have been more supportive to us than the actual blood.
Yeah.
And so I'm so grateful for all of you. Like, you don't even understand.
A lot of them are out there fighting for our names.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
when we're not around.
Us when we're not around, they're like, no.
Love you guys. You are my friends.
Oh,
there's
more
so
nudes.
many nudes. I'm going to show you this while we're recording. I posted this.
Oh my God. It's so hot. Are you kidding me? Can you see this? That's so sexy.
You like
You
it?
post that today?
Yeah.
Whoever's on OF is lucky. Y'all get to see her? Ugh.
They get to see you too.
Oh yeah, but like, come on now. That was really hot.
You liked it?
Oh.
Thanks, baby.
I can't focus now.
Henrietta Rimcute. I'm sorry, I'm horrible at pronunciation. Said, where is Ria's ring from? So her original ring I got from Kay's.
Yeah, we did it where I got the wedding ring. Kay's jeweler.
Yeah, but then I got her this one. It's from a boutique. I bought it for Christmas. And the other one just got chipped up.
That one got scratched, chipped, like it just, I have it still. I think it's in Minnesota though.
But it was matte. That's why.
And it was getting
shiny.
scratched up. This one is like, I love this.
See, Beth Shear says, do you like to try new foods?
It depends what. No, it depends what. So if you're talking about snail and roast stuff, I won't try it.
Why though? Like,
no.
What are you so afraid of? Like you're gonna die?
No, it's gross. I don't want to eat a snail.
But how do you really know it's gross if you've never tried it?
I don't care. I don't. Do you see what a snail looks like? It's like a fucking big booger.
That's not what they look like.
Yeah, they're a huge booger on the floor, and you guys are like, let's eat it.
That's
it's
a
like fucking
slug.
booger.
That's a slug, Ria.
Still a snail too. Inside the shell, it's boogery.
Okay. I'm a foodie
like
connoisseur.
Squid. Like it's slimy and it's gooey.
Someone come try new foods with me, please.
Okay.
Chelsea_Moon says, what's an embarrassing moment you had when first going out with each other? There's two.
Oh God, I don't even know what you're gonna say.
We got back to our hotel, right?
Oh God.
And we had sex for like 7 days straight. But the first night we were together, Ria?
Is it when I slammed my head?
I slammed your head on the headboard so hard.
I know, I felt like I got
so hard, and it was super loud.
And what did you do? Tell everybody what you did.
I laughed at you.
For a long time.
Yeah, but that one, you should have been right there like, that's my soulmate. Like,
I did. We laughed together.
We did. And then she got a nosebleed a little bit.
Oh, I bled all over your face. I don't know why. Why would that happen?
Because you were so exhausted.
I felt it too, and I was afraid to lift my face, but I made it worse.
It was all over my chest.
I got up, I'm like, I bled on your face. And you're like, oh, it's okay.
I don't care. Like, I get nosebleeds all the time.
Yeah, not on me.
Loose Oyo says, long nails and sex. How?
It's really not that hard. They're just long fingers. I'm so confused. It doesn't hurt.
I think you have to just know how to maneuver them to where you're not like stabbing.
It's so
But
funny,
not
like, because it's like when Bunny posted wiping her
Yeah.
ass video. She's like, guys, it's not that complicated. I must think they're like, this is how you go.
or like, I'm just like,
Yeah, like. There's many times you've given me so many cuts. Right in my back.
slice it,
Sliced me. Sliced my meat.
slice and dice.
I'm kidding, by the way.
Tessa Collins said, if you could ever move to another country, where and why?
I would-
Switzerland.
Switzerland is beautiful. Yeah, anywhere like peaceful. Care about
The people.
the people. Also anywhere Caribbean, like those small islands. Their quality and their food, and losing weight
Mm-hmm.
as you're like
Because they're
on
not poisoning
vacation.
you with their food, yeah.
No bloating.
Mm-hmm.
I've never experienced something like that ever. And just in the Caribbeans, even Mexico.
That's our long-term goal. We want to invest in a all-inclusive resort and just retire there.
Yeah.
Livy Live 67 says, what do you do to keep your relationship in the forefront when your relationship is your content?
You explain that in
Like-
my
So
on my
how
level.
how do we prioritize our relationship in real life outside of social media? And what I can say about that is that we're
it's easy.
we're real and honest about our relationship on social media. So we're not like putting on a fake front
No.
for you guys to entertain you. We just do what's natural to us, and we only record content that's natural
Yeah.
to our relationship. But we're also very consistent with not sitting on our phones all day. Like, we're not laying in bed on our phones. We have cutoff times, and we make priority to have conversation and really give each other our energy. It's so important
Yeah,
to us.
that's how it works. And honestly, I don't know if people really think we share a lot.
We
But
don't.
We don't. Like, we share what matters.
What's fun?
Yeah. I feel like we still share just little parts of our life
Yeah.
with people so they can connect with us, but we still keep so much private that's for us.
Like, even on OnlyFans, people are like, how do you do that and keep your relationship? Like, because we don't give away everything. We're just giving little snippets of it just to tease people, and we keep the rest of it for just us.
ourselves. I mean, at the end of the day, that's our privacy.
Mhm.
We'll never, for
Mhm.
us, we keep certain parts of our
Intimate life.
private.
Mhm.
You know,
Each their own.
Yeah.
Like, I do
Whatever works for anybody.
Right.
Because every relationship's different.
Yeah.
And some people like adding three people in their
Yeah.
relationship and dating out, and that's like cool. That's
Yeah.
whatever. But for us, that's how we manage. It
Mhm.
works. We always prioritize each other. all
That's the
time.
thing, is like, we're only incorporating social media into our lives. We don't make it a burden. And
No,
if it were a
and
burden,
never-
I wouldn't do
And
it.
the funny thing is, it's the only time it's ever been mentally exhausting is when outside noise in our personal life
Yeah.
has exhausted us to a point where it was hard to show up online
Right.
authentically
Right.
without people like seeing there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Because you can't show up and keep that part of your life private and deal with it behind the scenes and then show up. People are going to see
Right.
people are going to see right through it. So it's hard to be fake when
Mhm.
you don't have the energy to even come on
But
and
that
record.
shows your character.
Yeah, there's
But-
been so many times like we've done. I mean, the whole 2023, we've taken so much breaks of.
We hardly even posted.
Yeah, we just couldn't.
There's so much stuff that we experienced within the time that we've been on social media, and no one ever even knew we were experiencing it.
Yeah.
Because being drama free has always been our MO. It's like our character. We don't want drama. We don't want to bring drama. So even if we were experiencing it, we took time away from social media, handled it, and then came back
And
refreshed.
if we do speak about it, it's because it's old. It's something that we've just gone through. It's not currently something we are going through and create more of.
we healed through it.
We
first.
healed through it. So we are always gonna speak on it just to connect with people,
Yeah.
and show people this is my story.
And I'm
this is what
talking
I've
like
been through.
people we've even experienced drama with from social media.
Oh yeah,
And
well,
we would never
never.
even bring it to
No.
social media because we don't want that. It's like
No,
not our place.
no.
We don't care if people know our side. Like we just don't care.
We don't care. Yeah.
The only time we've ever spoken out about drama is when it was brought to us and we had to defend ourselves. But
Yeah.
besides that, we're like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna
Well, like,
deal with it
like,
behind the scenes.
That's funny because like I posted that video yesterday. I don't care if you paint me as a villain.
Yeah.
You know, I can go to sleep knowing I did everything, which
Yeah.
means I grew as a person. I, you know, put effort into trying to keep a relationship that I've been fucked over
Yeah.
and over. I've done a lot of forgiving. You try so hard to keep relationships with people. I've done that, so I can go to sleep knowing that I put in the work. I grew.
Yeah.
I wanted to be the best version of myself in that relationship, and they never showed up
Yeah.
the same. So I can go to bed sleeping. And then there's people triggered that there's a few people
I
like
know.
that's
But they
not
didn't even know who we are.
No, it's like
They didn't even know who we were. They didn't even know
because
your
like
story.
you
They
read
didn't
what
know-
you read and
and
you
you
took
ran
it.
with
You
it.
ran with it.
That's
and
why-
then to tell me that I can't flex, that's not healing, bro. I can't stand people.
That's why we don't acknowledge a lot of the drama online, especially if it's not something that directly relates to our name. Like, you can talk shit all you want. I don't care. It's not until like our family is involved or like our business is at stake or something like that to where we have no choice but to speak about it. Besides that, we're like, no, we're chill offline. Like, I don't need to prove myself to
No.
anybody. So there's that. That's how we keep our relationship
Honestly,
healthy.
that's what I'm saying. We've always been authentic. We've always been real and raw. We've been an open book. Like I said, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's our superpower, and there's nobody that's gonna take that away from us.
Never ever.
You can't expose shit about us when
That
we've
we
exposed
exposed
ourselves. Like, and I tell people that all the time. I'm not ashamed. You're not ashamed.
Not
that
one bit.
every girl you've been
Never.
to survive. I'm
Yeah.
not ashamed of her.
Never.
I am grateful for that girl. Am I sorry for the things that hell yeah, I'm sorry.
right.
That's how much I've grown.
Yeah.
But I love that girl that I had to be to survive.
Right.
You do too. It's like we're not ashamed of that girl.
No, never. Like, you knew me when I was 18. Like, okay. I loved who she was even back then. Like, sure, she made some mistakes and doesn't regret them though. She does have empathy for the people that she hurt, but I'm not regretful of anything that I've experienced.
But that's what people think, like, oh, you've made
don't even
mistakes.
yeah.
You've made mistakes too. You act like you didn't also hurt them.
Okay.
No, I know I'm not perfect. We're not saying no one's allowed to make mistakes.
100%.
We're saying how do we learn from our mistakes and grow so we're not repeating it.
And people want to say like cutting people off isn't healthy. Sure, if one little thing happens and you just cut them off because
Yeah.
you don't want it, you're avoidant. Different story.
That's toxic.
If things happen for years and you've tried so hard to fix things over and over again, repetitively, and your mental health is affected by something, and then you cut it off, that's not unhealthy.
That's actually the
That's
opposite.
that's the highest level of self-love you can give to yourself.
Yeah, that's what people don't fucking get.
Cinnamon_web says, how do you start a conversation with family about extremely hurt feelings from being left out?
Sit them down or call them, whatever you're comfortable with.
Mhm.
Text even, whatever is comfortable to you to get it off your chest, and just say, you know, I just want you to know that this hurt my feelings. I really wanted to be a part of,
Mhm.
you know, and I felt like I was not included in something, and it hurt my feelings.
I hear you.
And that's it.
If you're gonna have a serious conversation with somebody, that you kind of give cushion before, to be like, I have something heavy on my heart, would you be open to have a conversation with me? Just so that they aren't super reactive.
Yeah, they don't,
And they
they're
have a
not
little
shocked
bit of
into
time.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But even that, they're still probably gonna either be like on guard because they know something's coming or whatever. But either way, you give them like a little bit of time to prep for it. Always a good thing to do. Even with Rhea and me, if I have something I need to talk about, I'm like,
She's like, yeah, she prefaces me.
honey, I love
She's like,
you.
I love you, but I need to get this off my
please have
chest.
a conversation.
Yeah, or that.
So, and you also want to make sure that they're in a mental space enough to have that kind of conversation, because you never know, they could be really busy, frustrated with work or whatever, and then they're going to project that on you. So you want to make sure that they're in a good mental space to have that conversation first.
Yeah.
Second, you should probably prepare yourself that you may be invalidated in the situation, because that usually ends up happening.
Yeah.
If you're not used to being around people with emotional maturity,
Yeah, it depends on who you're talking to. If it's somebody who has a hard time understanding, I feel like it's better to do it over the phone.
If this person was good with communication with their family, they wouldn't be worried about opening communication.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me like this isn't a very openly, like there isn't a lot of respect there communication-wise.
And if there's not, I always feel like it doesn't matter what you
Exactly.
say.
If you end up having to cut that person off or create distance, at least you've spoken up about it. You've told them how you feel. You expressed it, and then if then they invalidate and they still cannot respect you and validate you and understand your boundaries, then you can say, at least I did my part. I know I tried, right? You still did something. And even if you know you're going to be invalidated, then it gives you more of a reason to not feel so bad if you have to separate yourself.
And over-explaining themselves as to why you weren't invited
That's
is also
invalidation.
invalidating.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying, is that might happen.
Yeah. So it might, because old me would have understood that part of how to, people always over-explaining why they did what they did. And
just tell me, I understand that it hurt you, and I'm sorry that it hurt you. What can I do to make it better next time? And that comes with being an emotionally mature communicator.
Yeah.
Or being self-aware. But if they don't want to take
honestly, if I wasn't invited somewhere, I'd be like,
I wouldn't want to be there.
I don't want to be there to begin with.
But that comes with us having a lot of healing. And us knowing that our value doesn't come
I mean, we've dealt with situations like that.
Cool Vibes All Day said, what's your favorite memory to date?
My favorite memory will always be the day we got married at the altar, and the sun and just the energy that day.
That moment.
Yeah, I can't explain it. That will forever be my favorite memory.
It was very beautiful.
It
was
gorgeous.
Having all the babies there.
The day was just such a beautiful day.
We could feel our souls feel like they were resting. A piece of
it was very healing. A lot of healing that day.
Michelangelo 123P says, who wears the pants?
We both do. There is no charge. Whoever is that shouldn't even be a thing. Even if it's in a straight relationship, there should not be a who's in charge thing. That's weird.
It can be though. Like if you're the type of woman who loves for like your man to be in charge,
but healthy.
Yes.
I'm not talking about that. When they say in charge, what does that mean?
Who takes control the most? Who is the one in charge?
We both are. 100%. It's equal. If there is submissive women and likes that,
yes,
and it's healthy,
there are.
Cool.
Yeah, that's also part of being a feminist, is allowing you to have whatever you want in life. You don't have to only be in charge all the time or only be in control of everything. If you like someone being in control, more power to you.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I really like Rhea in charge. Love it. Yeah. Obsessed with it. It turns me on. It makes me feel safe.
You have your moments too, and it's not anything to do with our relationship. I think it has everything to do around us, like taking control of what things need to be done and
just making each other feel secure.
Yeah, all that. Feel safe. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Huh?
Just a dance move. Oh yeah, that was good. That was good.
I ain't nothing but a hound dog.
You're actually really good at that.
I think I'm a good.
You know what's funny is Rhea always acts like she's like she can't dance. That she has no rhythm, bro. She's lying to you.
No.
That's an act. You're lying because I've seen you real dance before.
What it is,
goofy and
silly.
silly.
I can't do the memorize thing because I won't memorize them. So when I'm doing it, I'm overthinking, so it doesn't match.
Yeah, but I've seen you do like grinding and.
Oh, I can do all that shit.
But you pretend like you can't.
I can't twerk. So if you think I'm hiding with the twerk, it's not true. I really can't twerk.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't let her fool you. Ilda _ Hisa
You're silly.
said, did Rhea teach you any Albanian words?
You've learned all the swears. All the swears, this little shit knows all of them. If you want to say one, a few, you can. What else?
And budale. And
that's dumbass.
I know.
Okay.
I know what it means, babe.
You also just said pussy.
I know.
Okay. Just clarifying.
Oh, okay.
What else? What's this?
That's bita.
Uh-huh.
I know some other words that aren't
What's
swears.
These?
I don't ever remember that.
Remember?
Spanish is like chichas.
Almost like that.
Chichas.
Chitska. Chitska?
Chi?
No, I Chitska.
With a C?
Chichka. Meme. Yes, memes.
She doesn't like to speak Albanian, so I have a hard time.
It's not that I don't like it.
You don't.
If I speak it to somebody who literally doesn't understand me, I don't know how to speak to you. So if there's an Albanian and I have to speak Albanian, I know how to speak it.
Yeah, but I like it. It turns me on.
But you always look at me, okay, you look like that, and then you say nothing, so I don't know how to talk to you.
Does it make you
I say some
nervous?
stuff and then no, you just don't talk back.
So?
I need to have a conversation.
I just want to stare at you while you do it.
Okay.
Do it in bed.
Okay.
Okay. Cassandra Bodie says, when are you coming to New Jersey to hang out with me and my family? Right now, here we go.
Or just come to Connecticut.
Yeah, come to Connecticut. Hilda again, Hisa says, what is one thing you like the most about Ria? And I do this all the time. I say the same thing all the time.
What is it? My tenacity?
That's part of it, but it's not only that. It's
What
your willingness to own up to your faults and your mistakes, and then your want to grow.
Yeah. I always tell people.
But also your heart. Like, you
Yeah.
have the most pure, genuine heart.
I do, because anybody who's in my life, I genuinely never want to hurt. So
Yeah.
if I do something unintentionally and they are like, this hurt me,
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, it's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Before, I was living in ego, and I had to over explain why I didn't mean to.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't validating,
Yeah.
and I didn't understand that I had to you know, so I was literally
That's
never
emotional
taught that.
maturity, yeah.
Yeah, I was never taught that. The way I communicated was how it was presented to me as a child.
Right.
So when I met you and I learned, and I'm like, oh, it's that easy. Like, I just have to say I'm sorry, and it wasn't hard after realizing that, like, I love you and I never want to hurt you. So it should just be simple and just say I'm sorry.
But that's not your fault. It's like your fight or flight
yeah, it
inside
kicks
of
in
you,
all
because it makes you feel, and it's actually in textbook. Like, the fear that you're going to be rejected or
Yes.
left because you've made a mistake. And
Yes.
that's like comes from childhood trauma.
Very.
You don't add up to anything, you're never doing anything right, blah blah blah. So it's so much easier to say, I didn't mean to do that. This is what I meant to do, instead of just saying I'm sorry, because as a child, even just saying sorry, you would have still gotten in trouble for that mishap or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's not your fault, and you really learned how to heal that
I
part of you
did,
to be
I
like,
did.
oh, they're still gonna love me.
Yeah, I felt safe with
Yeah,
you.
how to, like, you take accountability, but then you put action in, because action is so
Important.
much more important than your words.
Yeah, you can't just say sorry and then just repeat
Keep
the
doing
action.
it. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
That's not love.
That's manipulation.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. If I just kept doing the same behavior, I could say sorry all day. You would have dipped on my ass.
100%.
You wouldn't put up with my shit.